Hey guys, welcome back to the Daily Crypto Market Update. In case you didn't know, this is a top signal. Tom Lee wearing a Pudgy Penguins Letterman jacket, talking about Ethereum going up to $45,000 this cycle. If you guys are buying this BS, I'll see you in 4 years, basically. You're gonna be stuck. I'll still be here. I'm not going anywhere, but guys, like I'm seeing so many top signals right now. It's a little bit frightening. But I'm still staying positive. I think we still have a couple more months left, as you guys know. Now let's talk about the good news. Not to rag too much on Tom Lee, but seeing Bitcoin close up almost 2% yesterday, amazing move. What happened? Why did it move up higher? This is the same level that I've been talking about and watching. So we had a TBO close short yesterday at 9 a.m., which is a great start to the day. We had to wait until 1 p.m. for that to be confirmed. We got a second one at night, and it actually closed up higher. Like, this is so good. Seeing two of these TBO close shorts right above the support level right here, this green dotted line right here. So the two orange diamonds, the green dotted line. This is a great setup for a further reversal bounce. Now, here's something you need to know about these orange dots. And this is the thing you're not going to like to hear. These orange dots tell us that we are in a short position. And our short position started all the way up here at, drumroll please, $117,000. So at 117K, that's when we got our open short alert from BTC. So right now it's fallen down a max of 8%, 9%. So what we do is when we get these signals, we don't panic buy back or close our signals. When we see the price return back to the fast line, the thick pink line in this case, we can consider taking out a little bit of profit out of our shorts. And again, a little bit more profit, let it run, a little bit more profit. When we start to get a lot of these, that's a sign that, okay, we're probably at the end of this bearish trend. The other way to interpret this as well is that we don't ever FOMO buy as soon as we see one of these at the top. No, we wait for the price to fall back down to the thick green pink line. Whether it's the 4-hour time frame, the daily time frame, the weekly time frame, it's all the same. So I'm actually expecting Bitcoin to have one little more drop down here, about 1%, to tag the fast line today. But this is already the start of the move. This is a great sign. And I'm literally seeing reversal signals all over the place. So this is not just an isolated incident for Bitcoin. Now, unfortunately, our stop loss hunting alert continues to fire. Oh, by the way, remember these TBT bullish diversion signals? Though this is, I know, but these are just quick little pops, like 3%. This one failed. This one is actually pretty decent, even though it only moved up like 1.8%. But this one was the moneymaker right there. Actually, I opened along over here on Femex because of that. So all of you that are copy trading me, oh my gosh, I have to share this because it's so... You guys think I'm like this legendary trader. I've been doing this a long time. But guys, I still make dumb mistakes. Seriously. I had a position open here for Solana. Oh, it's not even going to show it to me. Oh, that's weird. Basically, I opened my Solana position up over here. So wait, let's see on this second. So somewhere over here. And it was like doing really good. Like I was up in profit. I was like, oh, this is great. And then it was starting to fall down a little bit. And I was like, oh no, I want to protect profit. So I put a stop loss in. I got stopped out with a little bit of profit. It's better than a little bit of a loss. But now the position's up 5% with leverage. That would have been really nice. So don't worry. It's not just you. Sometimes it's me too. So anyway, I saw this position. I opened along on Bitcoin on Femex. You can follow me as well on Femex. The link for that is down in the description below. But we do have a stop loss hunting alert that fired again last night at 11 p.m. So going back over here to the chart for TradingView, my 11 p.m. is right over here. So basically after this big pop right here, so we started another one. And these stop loss hunting alerts are going to be active for 48 hours. So just because Bitcoin closed up green on the day and it's good, we are still in bearish consolidation. And we will remain in bearish consolidation until one of two things happens. One, we see the price of Bitcoin go above the cloud. Then we're going to be switching to a strong bullish mode for Bitcoin, which is great. Or we see Bitcoin go to the bottom of the cloud, which would be strong bearish. And then once it goes back inside of the cloud, let me try to find an example of that. Like right over here, it was strong bearish, and then we go inside the cloud. Now we're in bullish consolidation. So it's basically just 4 modes: being below the cloud, strong bearish; being above the cloud, strong bullish; going inside the cloud like this is bullish consolidation; and then zipping ahead to where we are, zippity doo dah. Then we go inside of the cloud like this, it's bearish consolidation. Hopefully that explanation makes sense. I say these terms so often, I just want to make sure that I'm not leaving anyone behind, not understanding what I'm talking about. Now, the other good thing that's happening right now, aside from this, and I don't really expect there to be a massive pullback again, like a 1% move, really isn't that big a deal. It would be, actually, let me find the exact price because we can do this on TradingView. So I can draw this horizontal line by pressing Alt-H, or if you're on a Mac, I believe it's Option-H. So if we go over here, yeah, it's just a little bit of a move. So it's just a little bit of a tag down here to tag the 4-hour line, and then we go up higher. So personally, I'm looking at this expecting Bitcoin to make its way back up here to the top of the cloud. It might take a little bit of time. I'm not in any rush. I still think that we're going to eventually be moving up here. Now, Ethereum is starting to look weaker. This is odd because Ethereum has been a huge, major leader for crypto. We know this. We saw Ethereum make these amazing moves. It even made a new all-time high, barely eking out above it over here at 49.56, and then it's fallen below. We still have TBT bearish divergences here and a cluster, which is this yellow tab right here. This is letting us know, watch out. Actually, no, I have to go over here. So that cluster is letting us know you have to pay attention to this. You should be expecting a pullback. Yes, the slow line, which is the lowest line here, the TBO indicator, right here, this big cloud, is pointing up, which means that we have a bullish macro trend. But I'm a little bit cautious about Ethereum dominance right now. And Ethereum in general. I think that we might see a deeper drop for Ethereum, but this is still a bullish chart. However, Bitcoin is winning right now. And it's interesting that Bitcoin closing up almost 2% and Ethereum does nothing should be concerning you a little bit. Now, unfortunately, we broke the streak. If you remember from yesterday's video, or maybe it was Monday's video, I can't remember anymore. Oh, it was Monday's video. I was talking about these TBT bearish divergence signals. So this is a pro tier indicator that's available through the Better Traders Club. The last 2 times we got these, it was a return back to the TBO fast line, and then we saw an immediate bounce above over here on the 3rd of August, here on the 20th of August. But unfortunately, this time, third time is not the charm. And we did not see a bounce for ETH BTC because Ethereum is not outperforming Bitcoin right now. In fact, it's falling more. And it's actually going inside of the cloud for the first time since August 2nd, I guess August 3rd. So this isn't really a good sign. Now, it's not really, really bad, but it's definitely not good. I will say that much. And I really don't want to see ETH BTC below the cloud. Now, I personally still have my position open for ETH BTC over on alt trading. I have to pull it up real quick. Oops, just give me a quick second. I just want to share why I have it open, what I'm doing with this position. Here we go on alt trading. So let me go ahead and move my, So it's so weird to be levitated like that and just dragged around. Like, it's incredible. It's an incredible sensation. No, I will have more coffee after this. Thank you very much. So I already have my profits here, my position. There we go. So I'm up 15% with my last remaining P&L. Basically, my remaining funds here for Ethereum, I'm still holding about, where is this recovered remaining? About 0.65 ETH. So I'm happy to sit on that position and just let it ride. Even if it were to fall down a lot more, which I don't expect it to fall down 12%, it would have to fall down 33% for me to hit my break even, and I would actually be at a loss, like selling for 0. But I'm still expecting ETH BTC to go up higher. But one thing that's important to understand is that while this has not been a straight up and to the right ride, seeing it go up, 17%, go down, going up 28%, going down, like, I understand your hesitation about taking profits on the way up. Trust me, I understand. But this is a way that allows me to sit in a position risk-free. I don't really care if Ethereum is having a pullback right now because I've already de-risked my trade 2 times. I've taken out some profit here, exactly where I wanted to, and now I'm leaving the rest in the trade because I do expect Ethereum to eventually go up higher. Now, September might be a rough month, I don't know. And right now we're not seeing some positive signs from Ethereum, but I'm still of the thinking that we're going to see ETH really do well and outperform Bitcoin. So I have a lot of wiggle room, I guess you could say. Even if it falls down a lot more, I'm still doing okay because I've already realized 12% profit. And this is a good amount of profit for me. Like, I'm happy with this. I'm already 74% in profit. And yes, I do have an automated position here for BTC that's still open. I don't know why it says a buy order right here. No, thank you. I already have an order. What's going on with you? And then I have a new order here for WIF that opened up yet again. Yeah, PTSD much? Trust me. I really don't want to see a new position opened here because I already got stopped out here and here. But I'm trusting the trend and I'm using automated trading. We're going to see how that goes. So let's go back over here to Ethereum. Actually, no, let's go over here to stablecoin dominance. Now, yesterday's video, I made a bit of a point, maybe for you guys, about this being a doji. I went deeper in the Better Traders Club Discord server. About 4 days a week, I do a really long market analysis where I'm talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, dominance levels, market cap charts, TradFi, looking at the major TradFi indices, gold, other markets, and then we talk about alts. And I talked about this being a doji. Now, I struggle at the same time calling this a doji. It is technically, because a doji is when you have a really thin, fat body or wide body, however you want to call this part. But this part that you can really visibly see, this is the wide body or the long body, however you want to call it. There's basically little to no body in the middle. Nobody's there. And we have a long upper wick and we have a long lower wick. And it's basically even on both sides. These candles basically show you indecision. I want you to hear me loud and clear. You will see dojis all over the place. Sometimes nothing will happen. Sometimes the price will react. But whenever you see a chart that's showing a doji like this, indecision is always bad. You want to see green, 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 or red, 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 red. That shows a clear trend. But when we see a doji, this is a sign that people are kind of unsure about what's going to happen next. There's a little bit of fear in regards to this chart being stablecoin dominance, and there's a little bit of greed happening. And eventually, what happened is that we saw a decent pullback for stablecoin dominance, meaning that people were using their stables to buy crypto on the bounce yesterday, which is great, which is what I was expecting to have happen. This will not always be the case. And we still need to, I actually think that we're going to see stablecoin dominance move up a little bit, but eventually it's going to cool off. Why? Well, for starters, we've seen stablecoin dominance move up higher and higher. However, relative strength index is making lower highs over and over. This recent push that we had above resistance, which is a major, significant thing to happen, we should see if this was a real bullish move for this chart. We should have seen RSI go above 70, but we didn't. This is a little secret. I'm giving a little bit of secret sauce that's taught in the Smarter Trader course. This is a sign that we're actually going to see a pullback for stablecoin dominance. We're seeing higher highs here for stablecoin dominance, but we're not seeing that reflected in the relative strength index indicator. So I think that we're going to see it maybe go up a little bit so that BTC will tag this level on the 4-hour time frame right here, so about 109, which will scare and spook the market, causing stablecoin dominance to go up, but eventually will fall down. Now, if I'm wrong, and Bitcoin just falls lower and lower and lower, oh yeah, we're going to see this shoot up higher and higher. And the thing that we'll want to watch in terms of RSI is we're going to want to watch and see, are we going to see a high that beats this one on the 19th of August, which is 71.37. If we do, you'll be feeling it before you see it. Trust me, it's not a good thing. Bitcoin dominance, this is interesting as well. And again, I already showed this, but Ethereum dominance did not have a bullish move on yesterday's bounce. It actually fell lower, as you can tell here for ETH, BTC, and also Ethereum. Bitcoin dominance, however, moved up. This is crazy to me. So we're actually seeing Bitcoin waking up. People are buying the dip. People are expecting it to bounce and to move. This is positive, but I'm also hesitant because I don't want to see one of these green triangles, which is a TBT bullish divergence signal. And I definitely don't want to see a TBO close short. These would be very bullish reversal signals. And this would indicate that we're going to see way more pain for alts, like these orange diamonds. We don't want to see these because when those printed on December 2022, we saw Bitcoin dominance move up from 40% all the way up to 66% over the course of a couple of years. We don't want to see any more of those. We're done with Bitcoin dominance going up higher. But the more it continues to increase, the higher the chances we're going to see a TBO close short or a TBT bullish divergence. And again, that will be a bearish signal for everything else. Now, Solana dominance performed well yesterday. It actually increased by 4%. So I know that some people may not agree with me, but there's this really old chart. I should have pulled it up, but there's an old chart showing like this flow where the money flows, right? So you have Bitcoin at the top, then Ethereum, then top 10, then all these low cap alts and stuff. So that's like the alt season money flow chart, I guess you could say. We've already seen Bitcoin do well, where we've witnessed Ethereum move up from $1,500 up to $4,000, almost $5,000. That's a pretty good run. And looking at dominance, we're seeing dominance shift away from Bitcoin, clearly on a downtrend. Ethereum's been up, but now it's starting to show a little bit of weakness, a little bit premature to say it's done. But Solana dominance is really starting to pick up. Now look at this. It's still super duper early, but we also have TBO breakouts here on the daily time frame. I am expecting Solana dominance to do well, which is why I am very happy to keep my SOL BTC position open. Yes. Now there's a time to do this. Trust me, not every day is a good day to use your BTC to trade against these pairs. But knowing that Solana is looking stronger and Solana dominance is increasing, I have more conviction to use my SOL, or rather use my Bitcoin to buy SOL. So I'm doing that with the sole purpose, haha, no pun intended, but I can't help myself. Sorry, oyaji gagu, as we say in Japan. It's like a dad joke. I'm still expecting Solana to do really well, and I have some really lofty targets because I think Solana will pump higher and harder than Ethereum will because Solana hasn't even touched its all-time high yet. So I want to stack my BTC. I want to make way more Bitcoin. So I'm happy and patient to wait on this to happen. So this is the kind of stuff that I teach at our courses at thebettertraders.com. Yes, I told you every day there's going to be some sort of goofy image up here. And I have my Academy report card with a really weird image. I'm not going to go into what that looks like, but it's questionable. Pretty hilarious though. But we are having a 30% off sale off all of our courses. If you're just new to this, go to 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. Check out this course. It comes with one-on-one coaching. You never lose access. It comes with free bot trading signals. It comes with 1-month trial to the Better Traders Club. That includes access to the trending breakout indicator. There's a ton of stuff included in this. Go to the Better Traders, check it out, and let's finish up today with some picks. Now, I have some other charts that I want to just breeze through real quick. The main thing that we need to watch is that total ETH.D is not out of the woods yet. We want to see the total crypto market cap excluding stablecoins dominance. I know, that's a real beautiful, like just rolls off the tip of your tongue chart name. But we want to see this go above resistance. We haven't seen it happen yet, but we're seeing more TBT bullish divergences and a close short. I believe it will happen. So it's going to take a little bit. The total ES, total crypto market cap excluding stablecoins, needs to push above resistance here, currently at about 3.56 trillion in order to be really bullish. Again, I expect it to be a little bit of a retracement before it pushes up above. If it does, everything's going to send. In the same way that Bitcoin moving above resistance yesterday was a good move, once this happens, then the entire market's going to be moving. Just a reminder, we have a Fed meeting coming up this month, and it's really, I don't want to use the word concerning, but again, gold just made another new all-time high today, 35.47. The only reason for gold to pump like this is because of uncertainty in the fiscal markets, in the geopolitical world. So if there's war on the horizon or fear of war, gold will send. If there's uncertainty about the financial state of the United States, unfortunately, they do command a lot of where the money moves and how it moves. We're going to see gold go up higher. So my personal understanding of why gold is pumping right now for two reasons. It broke above overhead resistance, so good job for gold. And then the second reason is that with this Fed meeting, yes, a lot of people are expecting a rate cut, but what if they don't? So I'm interpreting all of this buying and this breakout as uncertainty. And if the Fed says, yes, we're cutting rates, you know what's going to happen to gold? It's going to fall back down because there's a complete lack of fear. We should actually see a bigger rotation of money into the stock market, into crypto, all that fun stuff. So I want to go on to today's picks, but before I do, if you're watching up to this point and you haven't hit the like button yet, you haven't left a comment, all that fun stuff, do it now. If you haven't subscribed, oh my gosh, come on, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and help me reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers this year. Again, I'm really excited for how things are growing on this channel. Super duper thankful for all of you. So you can help me grow by liking the videos, subscribing, of course, but sharing these videos with friends and family members or on your socials for people that are interested in crypto trading to learn how to become a better trader. I'm not saying I'm the best trader, but I am committed to becoming a better trader every day, and so should you. So we're going to get into today's picks. I have some coins, some tickers that I've seen in the comments of previous videos. Yes, I do read all the comments for better or for worse. And I do appreciate all the really kind words that you guys are sharing with me, which is, again, fantastic. So I can't promise I'm going to look at every single ticker, but if you have a coin, you're like, you got to look at this one, Aaron, look at this one, look at this one. I will do my best to at least try to slide it in, okay? We do need to talk about World Liberty. So World Liberty Financial we need to go a faster time frame too. The 5-minute time frame is great. Had a pretty good start to the day yesterday. We had a nice TBT bullish divergence cluster. It moved up here to about 2377. And then, this is midnight. Here we go. No, we need to go back over here. Here we go, 9 a.m. Tuesday. Awesome. So some nice up and down action, all this fun stuff. We actually saw a TBT bullish divergence cluster right here and a close short, but this is 5 minutes. So if you're trading faster time frames, you need to be taking profit a lot faster. So seeing two of these guys right here, this would be like a 5% move, maybe 3% move, and then it's done. The one thing to be cautious about with this chart is the moment it starts to look weak at any point, my suspicion is that it's just going to turn into this. Now, I know that it's not necessarily the same as Trump, that they're trying to do something, but I really don't know what they're trying to do. And I really just don't. It's good for trading. I'm going to say that much, but it's a very volatile pair. So just watch out. Bitcoin Cash, this one is actually looking decent on the daily time frame because of yesterday's pump. It pumped up 7%. It almost hit, let me delete this, it almost reached TBO resistance. But the main thing to watch right now is there is a TBT bearish divergence cluster on the hourly. So we might see a pullback down about 2% to 562 or lower. Again, if Bitcoin's going to have a pullback, which it's doing a little bit right now, I would expect Bitcoin Cash to sell off even more just because that's the relationship between the two. So that's why these both are red, is because they're must watch. Now, these orange flags right here are letting us know that there's some really bullish reversal signals happening. So XRP, perfect example. So we have a TBT bullish divergence signal right here, the triangle, but we have this orange diamond. Again, orange flag, orange diamond. This is a TBO close short. When we see these, we do not panic buy right here, FOMO buy. We wait for the price to fall back down to the fast line, which is currently at $2.81. That says TBO fast. So once it falls down there, that's our entry. Now, one of these is good. 2 is a lot better. 3, oh boy. So we're starting to see more of these printing. XRP, ADA, XLM, AVAX seeing 2 of these, Ondo seeing 2 of these, Aptos seeing another one of these on the 4-hour time frame. So I am expecting a lot of these charts to have these big bullish reversals. It's just going to take a little bit of time, but again, patience pays. And if we're expecting Bitcoin to have a little bit of a pullback, I'm not really worried about it. I'm expecting these to have pullbacks anyway, so it gives us a good entry. Now, just an update. KuCoin shares, or KCS, the KuCoin token, had a nice close, 2.57% yesterday. This has a perfect 3-in-a-row TBO breakout. Now, I personally just don't care about KCS at all. I don't trade on KuCoin anymore. You can do what you want to do. It had a really nice rally in 2020, but everything really had a nice rally in 2020. But it's been really boring. I think they're trying to fly on the coattails of what OKX has been doing with their OKB token incentives. If they decide to burn more of their supply, that will cause KCS to pump, but I haven't read or heard of any news of that happening. Pump. Oh my gosh, what an amazing day. 14% move. Notice where it stopped yesterday, right below the 0.5 level. Now, I know a lot of you are probably still like not excited about Pump Fun as a token, but it does have some new TBO breakouts on the 4-hour. Now, these are really scattered. Like, we really want to see 3 in a row. And the last time we saw 3 of these, there was a significant pullback. So you might want to watch out for that. On the hourly time frame, trying to see over here. So we have one TBT bearish divergence signal. I don't necessarily think this is the top. I wasn't really thinking that this was a top either, but it worked really well for a pivot point. But just understand that we're seeing breakouts. We don't have 3. We're right below a 0.5 fib level. We had a great day yesterday, so chances are that we'll see a pullback before we see a pump higher. So these these light blue flags right here are telling us that they're TBO breakouts. There's no white flag because that wouldn't work because TradingView's default setting is light mode, whatever, sun mode, whatever you call it. And I like dark mode. So all these green flags right here, and you're going to notice a lot of these, they're all here. And this is everything because there's a lot of bullish reversal signals happening. Now, I just shared that with Solana, or shared with you on Solana, that unfortunately my stop loss got triggered because I thought it was so clever taking profit. But yesterday I made a big stink about the fact that Solana has over and over retraced back to the fast line and it goes up to resistance. That's a TBO springboard bounce. Yesterday it did the same thing, up 6%. If I had just held my position open and had my stop loss where it was, just in case, I would have got a really nice payday. So anyway, this is just showing, yes, be satisfied with any amount of profit, right? Yeah. But again, this is showing the power of the TBO and why I'm buying the dip when we get these little pullbacks down to the fast line. I'm still bullish on that. Now, SUI, this one had a really good close yesterday, 3%. But more importantly, on the 4-hour time frame, we're seeing 2 TBT bullish divergence signals. That's why these are green. These will always print before we get an orange close short. Like back over here in the beginning of August, we had one of these, then we had a close short on a pump, and then after that, it moved up 12%. But if we entered after this, then we saw a 19% return. We're seeing 2 of these right now for a chart that's pretty oversold. This is still a very bad looking chart. I want you to hear me loud and clear. I appreciate everyone on the SUI team for flying me out to SUI RL, but I was super duper transparent. Like, I'm not gonna like sugarcoat anything. I like what you guys do. Your chart sucks. This is real bad. It's really bearish. But we are seeing signs that it is oversold. I would love to see a bounce here on SUI, but all the other metrics look bearish. Volume has fallen down a lot, which is reflected in on-balance volume, which is reflected in basically no strength at all for RSI. Now, here's something that you can use. I don't know if you guys actually do this ever, but one thing that's really powerful to do is to actually chart RSI. So one thing that's really fun about this is that you can plot support and resistance levels really well. So we're going to put, what is this? 86.91 and 63.39. 86.91. And then it was 36. Oh, sorry. 63. Oh my gosh, 39. Oh, so close. Cool. And now this is solid. So what we're going to be watching for now is we want to see, of course, a price increase on SUI, which will result in a positive increase here on RSI on the daily, which would be great. And the last time that this happened, if you note right over here, and I'm just going to do this really, really sloppily, but we saw a nice breakout above it right here. Boom, we saw a really great increase in the price of SUI, not necessarily an RSI. But when that breakout happened right here, we saw SUI increase all the way up 64%. So we could be seeing the start of the next rally up, the next leg up for SUI. So I'll be looking to get a new entry on this guy, probably here on the fast line of the 4 hours, so about 328, and just ride it up as long as I can, to be honest. Not financial advice. So Hedera hash graph as well, TBT bullish divergence signal on the 4 hour. Litecoin, 2 of these on the 4 hour. The more, the merrier, if you know what I'm saying. Pepe, this is the first one we've seen since the 2 that we saw back here in early August before it fell a little bit and it popped up 20%. Just saying. Tau, First one we've seen since August 3rd. We saw a nice little rally, and then it moved up 20%. Ethereum Classic, this one has printed a TBT bullish divergence cluster. That's a really bullish signal right there. I am excited about this. That's a nice one. That's a spicy meatball. Say, this one has a TBT bullish divergence signal, just like it did back over here in early August. You're kind of getting the theme here. So this is also why I'm really excited, because I'm seeing a lot of similarities between what we saw back over here at the beginning of August, where everyone thought this is going to be terrible, and it rallied up a lot. We could be seeing the start of a second rally up. It might not go to the same levels, but these are charts to watch for bullish reversals. Sky on the daily time frame had a great move. This is one we actually talked about back over here. If not late last week. No, we did talk about it late last week when I was traveling at Bali. So we had these two TBO closed shorts, and now we see the results of the move up 20%. And more importantly, it's above overhead resistance, and it printed a TBT bullish divergence on the daily. There's still more. Injective Protocol. This is the first TBT bullish divergence we've seen since July 9th, which started a really beautiful rally. Celestia, same thing as the other charts, August 4th, and now we're looking at September 3rd. I would love to see a nice pump up higher. Aerodrome, we're looking at 2 right here. Now, I really want to see a TBO close short first, mainly because when we see these 3 yellow dots right there, which are TBO breakdowns, these are bearish explosive predictors. This is not a good sign. We want to see a close short, which will negate those, which will be really good. Morpho, seeing 2 TBT bullish divergence signals on the 4-hour. The first time we've seen one of these since back over here in June. And this one saw a nice little mini rally, 20%, but ultimately 90%. That's nice. And Helium, this one just, again, HNT is just messing with our emotions right now. Absolutely. More TBO close shorts on the 4-hour. And on the daily, we have a TBT bullish divergence back over here. Why is this green then? It should be orange. I think I forgot to change the flag. Doesn't matter. So again, yes, things are starting to show signs of having a reversal, but how are you going to sell the bounce? Are you going to sell the bounce? What's your exit strategy? I believe that's actually going to be the topic for this tomorrow's, at least my time, live stream on the Better Traders Club. That's going to be hosted by one of our coaches. So you should be thinking about your exit strategy from crypto. I believe that we're going to top out for Bitcoin in November, also be done in December. That's it. And then we enter in a year-long bear market with this guy wearing a Pudgy Penguins jacket, seeing people talk about 100,000 Ethereum this cycle, Bitcoin up to $1 million. Like, guys, these are very clear signals that we are very, very, very close to the end of the bull market. I know you don't want to hear that, but that's really where we've been. And a lot of you are like, what bull market? We've been in a bull market ever since October 2023. It's been a really good run. It really has. If you've been holding Bitcoin, that is. But anyway, the main thing you need to understand is that now is the time to think about what your exit strategy is. So join the Better Traders Club. You have to be in the trader or the pro tier to get access to the live stream that we have with our coaches. But again, check out our sales, 30% off. And I want you to watch this video that I shared on Sunday. And until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.